here. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the pre-trip class number 3 for our Alaska trip. Anybody excited?
Yes.
Okay, I was like 2 people. That's so great. Well, I've got my in-laws and Tom here. I'm going to give you a little wave so you can see everybody sitting around here. I would have had Stephanie too, but she had to, she was working in Tampa and dropped by quick and then hit the road right before a big storm passed through here. Well, most of you know, because most of you got hit by the storm too. So, except for the McGinnises didn't get hit, and who else didn't get hit? The Sweeneys. I think everybody else is local. So, so anyway, you know who I am. I'm Jen, and I have got a very special guest. I said right before you came in, I know you're not that excited to see me because for a lot of you, I've been on your TV screen the last couple of days, but I know that you are excited to meet Stephanie. So I want to introduce her first and let her just say hello to you before I do some housekeeping stuff. And she's really going to take it for the majority of the meeting. I just get to do the housekeeping stuff. So Stephanie, you want to say hi to him real quick?
Hello, everyone. So like she said, I'm in Sarasota and I am Princess Territory Manager here. I'm really excited to be working with Jen and you're this great group that's going. I'm excited to see the whole, how she plans everything out. It gives me chills how great it is with the little packages and everything and Zoom calls. So I hope everyone's getting excited, and I'm going to try to sneak into Alaska this summer as well, because I've from the West Coast and been to Alaska, but not on one of Princess cruises. I just went hiking and camping as a child. So I didn't get as far as Princess gets.
Oh, that's very cool. And imagine what you're going to think of it when you go. I mean,
Exactly.
You're going to be like, oh my gosh, and this is that, and all the things that you know, like the back of your hand. So that's going to be so neat. I don't even work for Princess, and I thought it was really cool. So I can't imagine when you see it. You'll have to text me and tell me all about it. Well, good. All right. We have a couple more families that I'm not sure if they're going to be able to join us tonight, but I talked to a couple of them yesterday and they are equally as excited. And I can't remember which one of you brought this up, but it was such a good point. Yeah, one of you asked me, hey, are we gonna get to meet each other before we go on the trip? And that's a hard yes, as far as I'm concerned, because Tom does all the cooking. And we have a great space in the backyard that we can all get together. And now McGinnis's, you can, fly down or drive down, whatever you need to. But the northern families and our California family we could Zoom you in. But I would love to get together in person if possible and give everybody a chance to meet, because we are a big group. I think our final numbers are coming in right around 35. They won't be finalized quite yet because people can add late as well. But it's a great group size. I'm actually very thankful that we got down under the 60s mark, because we wouldn't be on the same bus or all of the, the things as we're moving through the 12-day land portion. So I love that it's a little bit smaller. That's the group that, and Angie, if you can give a wave, Angie, she's been on some of the tours we've done in the past to Europe. She knows that the smaller the group, the better, because it's way more fun for us connecting that way. So we aren't at all disappointed that the numbers have come down to a manageable level. And you'll see what I mean as we get going with the different moving parts to it. So I'm going to hit you with a couple of updates first, and I'll blow right through them. It'll take not even 5 minutes, probably. Okay, maybe 10. And then we're going to do a poll just to kind of find out where you are. And I'm actually going to launch that poll now, just so we can get an idea of where you are while I'm going over the housekeeping stuff. So on your screen, you're going to see a poll pop up. And what we're asking is, how ocean ready are you? That's what Stephanie's going to be going over tonight. So are you green lane, that you've already logged in, you've downloaded the app, you're done, ready to go? Are you blue lane, that you already did, but you're missing a little bit of information and could use some help? Or are you yellow lane, that you don't even have any idea that where's the highway? I don't even know what the lanes are, whatever. So if you aren't sure about which lane that you're in, or you haven't even touched it yet and you need some walkthrough, just if you can report in and let us know. How about you guys? You want me to answer for you?
Go ahead.
Okay, so what are we doing? You doing blue?
No, we should be in green.
Green. Oh, nice. Making me look good.
If the people at the Princess medallion group did the right thing,
Okay.
it should be green.
Okay, good, good. All right, well, good. If you can just report in on that, if you can. I want to cover a couple of basics, and then I know Stephanie's going to cover some things at the end as well. So we'll make sure we get them coming and going. Remember, we have 3 more classes, so it isn't that you have to get every question answered tonight. We are right here. We're not going anywhere. And if you think Stephanie's really fun, we can even con her into coming for dinner. So, you know, it's just one, we can get those questions answered at any time. What's included was one of the big questions that came in. So, and Stephanie, holler in here if I'm missing something, but what's included with our group package is a specialty dining for each person that's in the cabin, premium drink package, which also includes the tips when you go to the bar, right, Stephanie? Okay, good. Wi-Fi, you get 1 device per person. And that's one thing we'll talk more at another class when we talk about what to pack and all that kind of thing, because Wi-Fi means you need to log out of your phone, log into your computer if you're bringing both kind of thing, but very doable and very affordable. So 1 Wi-Fi device per person. You'll see something, sometimes they call it crew incentive, but it's prepaid gratuities. And that's when they used to pass the envelope years ago and say, hey, you know, drop some money in here for your waiter and that sort of thing. They take care of that all in advance to make sure we're taking good care of our people. So that's part of it as well. And a location upgrade as far as the cabin goes is also part of that package as well. So if you see category upgrade on your invoice, that's what's part of that package. What is onboard credit was one of the questions, and where can we spend it? So I'll let Stephanie probably fill in the gaps on that if I miss some, but just off the top of my head, onboard credit, you don't want to preload. I don't recommend that you preload because it's not like a cash in, cash out kind of banking system. It's that credit, and a lot of you are going to see like a $35 credit on your invoice. That credit is coming from the excursion that we did in Denali getting halved basically because of the road getting washed out. So they gave us, they modified the cruise to it will still be fantastic, I can assure you. But they also gave a $35 onboard credit. Those of you that registered after that time, you may say, well, I don't see a $35 credit on mine. That's because they didn't charge you the higher rate for that cruise and they don't need to give it back to you. So we love you just as much. You just don't get the cash. So where can you spend it? Really anywhere, right? You can do spa, you can do specialty drinks or coffees that you want to order that weren't included in your package. Some of the places that we're going, you'll see on the app when they have like little dollar signs and things like that. So
Bingo.
yeah,
Do it at
bingo,
bingo, casino, that, all
yeah,
the gift shop, if you want a little trinket of
nice.
the memories. Mhm.
Yeah, so you can load money there for sure. And they're going to basically cash you out at the end, but I just recommend that you don't preload money on it. You wait and see what it is that you're doing and then load it with intention. A couple of you asked, what are mods? You saw mods on for those of you that are in the 12-day. Remember, we also have a 7-day, some people on the 7-day cruise group. Mods are only on the 12-day land tour. And it's kind of like that secret word. It always reminds me of the 70s for some reason. I'm not sure why, but mods are the secret word that Princess uses for like transfer fees. So it's not like the legit cost of our transfer, because for most of us, it was like $40 or something. It is how they portion out their billing, basically. So when you see that on there, it is supposed to be there, just so you know. Next up after tonight's class, and I don't have dates for you yet because we're still working with Visit Anchorage. And listen, you're going to be so glad we are, because when they're here, you are getting like the bird's eye view of Alaska, like an Alaskan history lesson that will beat all others. And I just love these guys. When you hear me say, I love who I work with, meet Stephanie, meet the Visit Anchorage people. They are just so great. And when they come, you're going to see why, because they'll teach you so much about the places that you're going to be seeing, what to experience. They'll help us even with our packing list and things like that. So you'll get a lot out of that class, but they travel like crazy. So it is hard to nail them down. I'm trying to give you like 2 weeks notice, so you've got plenty of time to clear your calendar. But just know we're doing the best we can for that. You can plan for 2 weeks. I think it's June. 2 weeks the 2 weeks prior to our departure day on a Thursday. It's June 19th. Oh, I'm sorry, 16th is our last pre-trip class. So you know it's going to be between tonight and June 16th, because June 16th is our last one. And it's literally last minute details. Angie, you'll remember this from the Europe trips. It's last minute details Q&A. So it's not a formal class. It's just pop in. I'm here the whole time. If you have questions or you just want to, you know, talk about how excited we are, that sort of thing, little things that have changed, hopefully COVID regulations. But that class really is kind of a loosely structured one. So the last other 2 classes that are coming are the one with Visit Anchorage, that's the history of Alaska and the blow by blow. But it's also going to be the other one is our class, What to Pack. So that one's going to be all about, I know a lot of you are asking about what boots should I wear and how should I pack, and should I pack a big suitcase? Lots of questions with that. And we'll cover it well in advance. And I'm trying to let me do that class first before the Alaska one. So you've got even more time, but we will make sure that you have that taken care of. Can you help him get into the class? He's in our Alaska class and he's trying to get in. Just tell him you're my you're my husband.
Hello, this is Tom.
Somebody's trying to log in and they're having some issues there. And then one more update for you is about travel insurance. There's about 5 of you that you know that we updated all of your final payments in the last couple of days. And for most of you, we updated your travel insurance pretty quickly within 24 hours of that. So we're good with it. Everybody's good. But there's about 5 policies that have not gotten an email. Some of you got an email when we updated it right in your inbox right away. If you didn't get the inbox email, you're one of those 5 that are held up. And I'm going to give you an email tomorrow so you'll know. But we were online for like 2 hours yesterday working through it with Allianz. So we're good. It's showing on our end that it's all updated and everything, but I got to get you the documents that show it. So don't worry, you're set. Everything's good. But if you check your credit card, you might not see the charge go through yet, and it's still good. All coverage is in place. What they're saying is they get a backlog in their system that kind of holds it up in a queue. And then it was weird because one of you would go right through and we'd get the documents for it. And then the next one doesn't show up. So they said, yep, everything's good on their end, but we got to push those through. So it might take a couple of days, but if you don't see it, just know you're covered. And any questions, you can always ask me. Okay. All right. One more. I'm going to show results here of what we have for the poll. So, all right, pretty much everybody's in blue lane, so that's good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
That means it sounds like everybody's got the app and started the motions to go through. So this is great. And then just might be missing a couple things. So hopefully we hit all those items.
Now you want me to launch the second poll or you want to wait on that?
Let's go ahead and launch the other one as well.
Okay, so stand by as I figure out how to do that. Okay, so I'm gonna close this one. Talk amongst yourselves while I figure out oh, here we go. Okay, so polls, and I don't know how to get to the next one. Oh, wait, here. Got it. It's on your screen now, ladies and gentlemen. Have you ordered your medallion app, your physical medallion yet? Which, you know, Stephanie, I realized I got my Alaska Expert Princess coveted. This is very coveted. I'll let you guys touch it when we're all together. It is my Alaska badge. Doesn't it look strikingly similar to the medallion? A little bit, same size anyway. Okay, so I'm gonna, you guys answer. Can you see the poll on your screen? No.
Oh, it just now come up now for me.
Okay.
So there was a delay on my side. So I don't know if Angie, if you see it now.
Okay, good. Good. Oh my gosh, look at.
Couple yeses, couple no's. This is great.
No, but I can send it to him here in just a second. All right, so I'm gonna let you take over the screen here while I'm gonna I'm gonna put you guys on mute for a minute, okay? And we'll unmute you after so we can hit her up for some questions at the end, but it'll just help us as we're going through better. So let me mark us mute and then take it away.
Okay, let me just close this out. So, all righty, let me get my share screen going, and
Did you see the results?
I did.
Okay,
So we
good.
had a couple that did get their medallion ordered, the majority of not. So we're going to go ahead and cover that a little bit as well. All right. It's loading on my side. To give it 1 second. We've got a little bit of. Okay. Does everyone see my screen? Okay. All righty. I can't see everyone anymore. For some reason, it's not giving me the full screen. Let me see if I can full screen the view.
Did you get him back up over there?
I don't have a full screen. I can see what I'm doing, but I don't see if anybody raises their hands or has questions. So I'll just kind of start going and we'll kind of go from here. So this is the home page of the welcome. This right now we do, if you can tell in the top left corner, this isn't logged into anyone. So if you're looking to log in, you push on that little person in the top left corner and it'll take you to the medallion sign in. If you have your cruise personalizer set up, you can sign in with that information. Another way is just doing a quick access. That's what I'm going to do today because I'm borrowing a booking number. So this is a quick, easy way to get in. So I'll go ahead and get this going so we can have a live example. Alrighty. Okay. Thank you for your patience as I get in here. As you can see, the steps that they're pretty easy to get in. And I'm going to load it up. And now you can see the booking is already kind of in here. We have 87 days, 11 hours, and 39 minutes for your adventure. From this home page, if you scroll down a little bit, this is going to let you know. So this is actually Phyllis. We're in Blue Lane. So the first thing we're going to do is just stop as if anybody hasn't gotten this far, where you've at least gotten logged in and you can see that your Ocean Ready profile is there.
Hey guys, I'm watching your faces, so just wave to me on the screen.
Thank you. Okay, so I'm going to go from here. So we're going to check in travel checklist. This is what's going to help us get everything together. So when you click on the travel checklist, you can see what is not checked with a green. That means we're missing it. So this is where you can find your missing information that you may or may not have. So as we can see, you can go right through the first one if you don't have it set up. But we this one will go right into the first one, which is the personal information and documents. I think we're missing passports on this one is what it is. So you can see this booking pulls 2 people in the cabin. So you can complete both parties on one phone or one app, or you can do it separate. It's up to you. So with Phyllis's right here, we don't have her photo. That's what we're missing. As you can see, all the green checks. If you have anything that does not have a green check, then you can click on it and go. Is everybody so far green on the personal information? Do we know, or does anybody need help with?
Okay, I'm seeing Rhonda waving at me.
Okay.
So I'm gonna unmute you, Rhonda. Anybody else waving at me? Diane, Joan. Okay, let me unmute you guys. Just, you good if I unmute them just for a minute?
Yes, this is the best way. That way we can get everybody green laned.
Okay, if I can, here we go, here we go. Yeah, now you guys should be able to unmute yourselves. Just be good, because remember, there's a lot of us. Put yourself back on mute after we chat. So Rhonda, can you unmute? Yeah, why don't you
Okay.
tell us first?
Okay, so when I went in to do that, I went to fill out the information. It wouldn't take like my country of birth, country of citizenship. It wouldn't accept it. I put it in and then it kicked it all out.
And is this under your travel documents that you're going, or your personal information on the top one?
Under my personal information.
Okay, so let's go in there and look at C. So if this information does pull from your cruise personalizer on princess.com.
Right?
Oh,
It has all my other information, but when I put that in, it kicked it out. And then I couldn't, now I can't even access it
Okay.
right now. So
So,
I couldn't,
so yours is in this area, right, where it says country
Yes.
of birth, is it grayed
Yes.
out?
yes, it is.
Okay, so you
It's
might
grayed
have you logged out and tried to log back in? It might be missing an update that came through, because we do update, and if we do an update, it does lock out some of the fields.
Okay, so log out.
Log out and log back in and see if you can get into it. And if you can, problem solved. If not, the other troubleshooting is where we remove the app and put it back on again. And then if that doesn't work, but you know what, if that doesn't work, we'll stay after and I'll be able to access it for you to troubleshoot that.
And guys,
Okay.
keep this in mind. Notice every time you have anything, I was telling another client today that passwords, if I die before this cruise, it will be because of passwords, just so you know, okay? But I was talking to this client about it today, and I was on with, it was either Princess or Royal, and they said, now, did you shut your computer off and restart your computer? And I was like, but you know how it goes. The first thing that the IT super intelligent computer people will say is, did you turn it off and turn it back on? The second thing is, was there an update? The third thing is uninstall the app and reinstall the app. So I promise you, it has nothing to do with your ability. It has to do with the stupid computer. Yeah. Or
The
the app or
technology,
whatever.
the technology.
So
Okay.
don't feel funny if we say that to you.
Okay, so anyway, I couldn't get through that.
Okay. So at the bottom, when you hit edit, it wouldn't allow you to edit.
Mm-mm.
Okay. All right. So we'll troubleshoot after the fact then.
Okay.
And then I believe, was it Donna that had somebody else that was stuck?
Oh, I did, but I didn't get all the way down to the bottom where it said edit because our emails are mixed up.
Oh, okay. All right. So you've got it. You're good to go. So
Yep.
everybody's good on this first one with personal information. Everybody's got a green check.
Did you get that?
We're still actually trying to log in.
Having a problem logging in.
Okay. So are you doing the quick, did you try to do the quick access?
I don't know.
So at the beginning, when we have the option to log in, you can either sign in or sign up
Do the
or.
booking number. Yeah,
Yes.
it didn't let me in.
So now you've got to use your formal name that's going to be listed on the booking and in your cruise personalizer.
They keep saying something's wrong.
Okay. Are you connected to your home Wi-Fi so you have a good
Oh, wait.
signal?
I need a security question.
Is this, quick question, is this app per cabin, or do my husband and I have to have individual?
Great question, Joan. That's a great question.
So
Julian,
they are per cabin, per booking number. And if you do have multiple booking numbers at the bottom in the personal information, there is the link booking. So if you had 2 cabins, but you were in charge of getting people set up, you could link the other booking number. But everybody in the booking should be showing at the top.
But 2 people in one cabin don't need separate accounts.
Correct.
Because we know our husbands aren't going to do it.
No. Some might.
No
That's
offense
okay.
there.
No, I'm only speaking for personal.
Yes, yes. Okay.
Now, Stephanie, pause for 1 second because Jean's got a question for you. Okay.
Okay, I'm the Lavone that's on the screen. I go by my middle name, Gene, so I hope
Mhm.
everybody remembers that and not Lavone, please. Anyway, I'm Jen's father-in-law, and I proceeded and got everything through as far as I thought, as far as getting into the green lane. And they asked me to send or to email a picture of my wife and I, which we did. I waited
Okay.
about a week and because I didn't hear anything and I wasn't sure if I was supposed to hear anything or not. So I called the telephone number of that Princess that, and they come up with, they got a department that just medallion. And I explained this to this gentleman and they, for some reason, I don't know if they haven't found the photos or whatever, but he said this, that we have been approved for the green lane and that if we haven't got it, if we haven't got our actual medallion by the time we leave to go to on the cruise, we are okay. All I need to do is go to the this
Port desk.
port
Mhm, the
desk,
terminal,
and
the
they
terminal
will
desk.
clear us through and give us our medallion. Does that
Correct.
sound right?
That is correct. And they'll actually, once you show your passport and a vaccination card, they'll take your photo right there and it'll link to your profile. But Jen can take a photo of you and text it to me and I can probably get that added for you.
Yeah, so you better be nice or I'm picking a really lousy photo.
Okay, that's maybe why the first one didn't.
Yeah.
Because it was so bad. Okay,
What
thank
does the medallion do? What is that for?
So the medallion itself technically is your key card. So the medallion is basically just, I customized this one. I don't know if you can see it or not, but
Yeah.
the medallion itself is basically the key card to get you in and out of your room and make purchases. The medallion app takes the service level to the next level where you'll be able to schedule dining activities. You'll be able to play games, find your shipmates. You can also
Order
see
chocolate
the-
strawberries for me by the pool.
order things. And it's like, if you're watching, if it's a not so chilly day, you could be watching movies under the stars and order room service. That's all included. As long as the things that are not included with the beverage packages and extras, they'll have a dollar amount next to it. So like cans of soda are not included with the beverage package, or oversized waters and bottles of wine. So everything that's kind of basic that goes with it is going to be included. If not, it'll have a price. But that's where it gets into fun. And you also can do your mustard station video right on your app as well. Then when you go to your mustard station, you will scan your medallion, which is your key card. It'll check you in and you'll be good to go. So it's basically, it's just your key card, but then it's heightened with other services that you can do with the app. If that makes sense.
So I'm trying to edit the personal information between my husband and I
Uh-huh.
completed it and I added United States of America for all that stuff. And then the save button is at the bottom, but it won't let me save it.
It won't let you save it. So
No.
in personal information, when you did hit edit,
Mhm.
it's not gonna red flag if something is not done. So your email's there.
I changed the email and I added the residency stuff.
Okay, and you see it there, but it's not showing up.
The,
So even
the save
your-
button is gray. I don't know if that's
Okay.
the right color.
it's not, it's supposed to be green to check on
Okay.
it. So the address, do you have every single line included there?
Well, yeah, but I don't have everything filled because it's only one street address and a city and a
Right.
state and a zip
And then the
code.
zip code. Okay, and that's all
Do I have
there.
do I have to put the phone number in there?
Yes, if, they don't have it here. So, I mean, give it a try to enter the phone number and see if that turns the save green. If
Okay.
not, we'll come on after and I'll look at it and see.
Yeah,
Okay.
and,
It's not
and you
doing it.
guys do not panic. If there's any issues with it at all, we aren't going anywhere. We can stay with you and help you either tonight a little
It's-
after or set up a time that we can actually do it individually. So we will make sure
Okay.
everybody's.
It
good.
didn't work.
Did you get this?
Okay, so.
I'll have to
next-
stay after class.
Okay. So, other than the one is, how's everybody else doing on the green?
One second. We're gonna need some remedial help. We're getting extra.
Okay.
absolutely-
Yes, sure.
We're probably gonna have to
absolutely.
charge you people extra.
Rather than hold
No.
everybody else. up.
Okay, that
We're
sounds
getting
good.
extra.
All right, we're gonna go with most
Having
everybody's got personal.
I'm having a
Yeah.
problem.
Okay, which one are you on that's having the
Well,
issue on
I'm
that?
trying to put my passport in and I got to let the thing scan and that said, go to your camera beneath. I couldn't do that. Now I'm trying to put it in manually. Is that going to be okay?
It is, yes. Because once you get to the port, the terminal, regardless, they do ask to see it, even if it's in the system. So it'll be just fine. Because you just follow every single line though, because it gets redundant how many times you have to say United States over and over again. So just go line by line. It won't highlight when it's missing. So if
So there's no way I can get it to scan, even though I tried 3 times. It says go to the camera below. So I had to go to my camera on my cell phone. I did not see a camera on your form.
if it popped up the screen like you would take a picture of yourself,
That's what,
it
oh,
did
no,
pop
I'm
up.
talking about my passport.
Correct, but when you said, when it clicked to open your front camera or back camera, did it open where it had the screen where you could see your passport to try to scan it?
Yeah.
It did?
Well, and I scanned it into my cell phone, but it didn't go into your program.
Okay. I
And
know
Bart,
it
we
really
might need-
focus
yeah.
on the numbers below is what it focuses on when we do that, but passports are a little tricky to scan because they have that glare. So it might be where a manual might just be easier anyways.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so anyone else on this one that has anything that besides the couple that we talked about? And don't forget to switch back and forth between people to make sure each one has the green checks.
So
Yep.
I'm not sure what I'm missing that it's not letting me save. I'm still on personal information.
Okay. And this is, was this the United States one where it wasn't letting you keep it going?
No, we're right from the,
Well, no,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
there now.
oh, you want.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it says United States of America. It's got my address, city, state, postal code, country of birth, country of citizenship, country of residency should be United States.
Okay. So
Opt-in
now
for
at the
Mexico.
top, it's not saying completed like that on either one of the guests, either one?
No.
You can switch back and forth. No?
Okay, and we can, if I was trying to keep notes, but I gave up. So what I'll do is when we're finished, we'll see where how far everybody is. And then
And then
can,
we'll go from there.
yeah, then I can schedule them, where we get time with them.
Yeah, that would be great too. All right, next up is choose your wearable medallion.
Before
Did
you
Ed-
move on,
Sure.
I'm seem to be a little stuck. I'm entering my emergency contact
Oh, okay.
and then it doesn't want to let me save. I'm not.
Do you
gonna-
have is it Canada for the area code? Make sure the area code is one, if it's a US phone
Oh,
number, make
that's
sure.
probably it.
Yeah, put the 1 in there. That's the one I always miss
That
on
was it.
that. That
Thanks.
was it. Yay.
Easy.
Oh,
Yay.
that's the pro. That's
It's-
what it is.
We got a chip.
That
Oh, that was
was
it too?
already
Okay. Okay, let's
That's
see.
what it
look at
was.
Solving problems. We're doing it. Okay, so moving on to next one. We're looking to choose your medallion wearable. If you're green, you're all set. If you're not green, do we have a couple that are not green? I think there was a couple that hadn't ordered theirs yet, correct?
I'm not.
I have not.
Okay, so
I'm not.
we're gonna go into the wearable. And it's gonna load here any second.
One last question.
Sure.
Do we need visas and travel numbers?
No. Mm-mm. No visas needed for Alaska.
Jen,
So
on the travel, add travel information, are we a onward travel and are we a prepaid Princess transfer or?
That should be auto populating, shouldn't it, Stephanie? Because they're all done the 12-day.
I believe it should with the booking number entered, unless it's asking where this is it under the emergency though? If it's emergency, that's gonna,
No,
No.
it was all that information. It did not pre-populate.
okay,
Okay, where are you?
Where am I? Add travel information.
add travel information.
Okay,
All right, we'll
Okay.
come back to that one.
yeah.
Okay.
So
How did we get to this screen?
this one here is in the checklist from, I'm gonna go back so we can see where we started from. So in the checklist that we start with the ocean profile, see, this would be what the original screen looks like. So we're in the checklist and we're the second one down that says choose your medallion wearable.
Got it.
From here, you want to make sure you're booking, if you had multiple Princess cruises picked, you would have multiple options to buy to do your wearable. So right here at the bottom, if it wasn't the Majestic that you were looking for, you would hit edit. So in this one here is they've already completed their order. So right here, it should say that choose your medallion, I think is the wording, or help me out with those that have this screen that says it.
Customize your medallion device.
There it is.
Do you want
Yes.
to pick the regular featuring loyalty color or customize it?
So the loyalty one is free. If you customize it like I did with this one here, I think it's about $5. So if you want just to do the free one, then just say the loyalty. And then the next screen will ask you about the accessories, and the lanyard is free, or you can purchase, like I have the bracelet, but they have all those accessories on board. I would recommend just getting the free one now, and you can always customize on board and change your accessories on board. So you can change all of that on board, or you can do it now. It's up to you. The one from that screen on, it'll take you to the lanyard, and then it'll go back to the main screen where you have to do it for each person. And then you customize it, select the loyalty, select the lanyard, and then at the end, it should say purchase or ship. Let me know if you get to that point, and then
It says ship to address or pick up at port.
it's
Not
up to you.
available.
Yeah,
So do the
Okay.
ship.
do the ship. Okay, there we go.
What do you recommend?
If it's shippable, I ship to the home, just so I have it.
It says pick up at port is not available, so
So,
there's,
yep, you gotta ship it. They will still have them there if, for whatever reason, if it gets lost or if you forget to bring it, because that does happen, you still would be able to get a new one at the port. So don't ever worry about that piece of it. And the tricky part about it is you'll see once you hit, go ahead to ship, it might say your total is 0. And then once you say purchase, it'll say the charges have been processed, but it's 0. Just so you know. So when you do see that, there's no charge to it. Unless you were to upgrade, that's where that would have charged.
Oh, so we
Okay.
have to add our address again?
And it doesn't give you the option to do same as,
Same.
I think I had
You
to
might-
add mine.
I think you have to add it. Yes.
Yeah. And Jean's got a quick question for you too.
Sure.
Yes, it has to do with the medallion, the mailing or picking it up. I asked the gentleman last week when I talked to him, I had a question regarding that, and he clarified it for me. We couldn't pick him up at the terminal, but we're leaving Florida in a couple of weeks, and this is our physical address as far as Princess is concerned. We will be flying out of South Dakota to go, and I asked, I said, when will the medallion be mailed? And he says, well, it should be mailed 21 days before the cruise. Well, we're not going to be at this address, and
Okay.
it may
Now-
get forwarded, but I'm not sure of it.
Okay. Yeah, it may not be forwardable, but I've seen them 7 days before as well. They won't start shipping until at 21, but you might not see it till 7 days before. So if it doesn't get forwarded and Jen does get them, then she can just bring them with her. If not, you'll be able to go to the terminal and get one at the terminal. You'll just let them know you didn't receive it, and they'll get you one right there.
Is there a way, Stephanie, that we could, because he lives right around the corner. So, I could charge him $29.95 and then pick it up and bring it to him, But what I was thinking is is there a way that we could like call the Medallion Ferries and ask them if they can change the address that it's mailing to? If it
I
doesn't,
was just gonna look to see if there was an edit button on this. As my phone is loading.
And guys, what Jean was talking about is that he called into that Medallion app and they said it was super helpful. I mean, they literally walked him through screen by screen. So that went pretty good. It still had its loopholes, they didn't get their pictures, but
Let's see if there's a way to edit the address.
I found a way, right where it says shipping address, it says edit.
Okay. For him, since he's already processed it, I think that he would have to cancel order and reorder, but I think that's doable.
okay.
So we'll look at that just to make sure we're not missing one. We'll look at that after.
Okay.
Okay, all right, moving on. Medallion pay. Does anybody have a green check on that?
No,
No. So this one is going to be where you can enter in your credit card.
McGinnis's have a green check.
Yes. Oh, great. Yay.
Way to go, McGinnis's. 2 points for you.
That's right. That's right. So when you're in the account, you can simply just add where it had it for a quick split second. It would have, instead of completed, it'll say add payment. And then you will enter your credit card information, that this is going to be the card that you're going to use for onboard expenses. It's going to be attached to your folio. So if you make any purchases on board with the Medallion, this would be the card to use. You can always go to guest services and use a different card if you want, but I try to recommend going ahead and using one that you would plan on using. Then the trick of this page is you have at the bottom, it'll say, select the credit card. So even though you enter it and you hit save, you do have to go back to hit select, then save it on for the guests. And it'll say, would you like, who will be authorized? Did everybody else have that pretty well okay in that?
Angie, do you have a question?
Yeah, I'm trying to order AJ's medallion
Andy,
thing.
can you bring me
from-
my American Express card?
No, hold on. Let me see where I can find. I'm going to mute you guys. Go ahead, Angie. I'm sorry.
I'm trying to add AJ's. I've got my medallion added, and I'm trying to add AJ's, but every time I do it, it says something went wrong. Try again later.
Are you on your home Wi-Fi or on your cell plan Wi-Fi?
I'm pretty sure it's on home Wi-Fi.
Okay. It saved the other information. You could probably try to go out and go back in again. I don't believe that times out, but.
Oh, now it says his is in progress and I need to order mine, which is,
Okay.
that's interesting.
Yes, that's interesting as well. I know that if the internet has a weaker or blips in the internet, I found that to be where I would get the try again later sometimes.
The other question I have is he's trying to add his passport and it won't accept, it's giving him a problem because his a Waldauer Junior and his passport says Waldauer Junior, but if he tries to add that, it's telling him it doesn't match his
Booking.
booking. Yeah.
Yeah, you have to leave it off for whatever reason. When it comes to our systems and air, the airlines do not use suffix or prefixes. So therefore it's left off. Do not fear, it's in our system on the back end. So they do know that you're a junior. So just go ahead.
I'm starting to hyperventilate there for a minute.
So it's in the back system. That's a known issue for all the suffix. The only workaround for that is if we were to change your cruise personalizer where your last name has the junior or senior added in the last name line, which is not really truly what it is.
Okay.
But,
Yeah. Thank you.
Uh-huh. All right, so medallion pay, we've got, so the arrival group, when you click on this one sometimes does not let us do it until it gets closer to sale date. So if anybody has it already, that's great. If not, we just hit arrival group and see right here, we got to wait till we're closer. But once it gets closer to the sale date, what it'll do, it basically will pop up different times that you can select. Honestly, everybody gets it at the same time because you're coming from the cruise tour, from the land tour. So you're coming right off the ship, right to the right off the rail, right to the ship. So you won't need an arrival time. So don't stress about if you don't have that or not. And then the health questions, the health status. This one is, you can enter the information now, but 24 hours before you board the ship, you'll have to go in and still accept that you're still not having symptoms. As you can see, it just asks questions here. Take all this that you check that you're okay, you're not, all that. Let's see here. It'll say this was already done. So right here, you're saying healthy, healthy, healthy. Come the day before, the 24 hours before, the edit button will turn into yes, accept. The other way you can see it is when you hit next step at the bottom, that's when you do that 24 hours before, it'll tell you anything you're missing, and then you can enter it in. So this is taking back to those photos. Jen, I might have you take selfies of them just so we can have it all green lane. Okay. How's everyone doing? Are we getting close? Got any thumbs up?
Yeah, show us
Looking
thumbs
good?
up if you're doing okay. I know you're all.
I had, I had a snag when I personal information, and it had the option to link, and I typed in, is my confirmation number the same thing as my booking number?
Yes.
Okay, so when I typed that in, it didn't let me save it, and so it wasn't able to create that link.
So are you saying because there's only one person showing and it needs to show two people?
Well,
Because if you're already working in it, then that means you're already logged in. So you wouldn't have to link it. You should have
okay.
already been. Yeah,
It
you
was
should
on
already
the
be in there.
checklist, link account, and it wasn't checked.
Right. That's only if you want to have a cabin, another cabin added to your profile. So
Okay,
you're good. Yeah, you're good with that.
thanks.
Okay. So we're looking pretty good on that. Moving down, you can see here we've got medallion. So the safety essentials, that's going to go over the 24 hours and information that you have. This is also where your mustard station is. As you can see, you can watch it on your device or in your stateroom. You can listen for the wide announcements. And then once you do this, it'll have you, when you watch the video, if you do it on your phone or stateroom, once it's watched all the way through, then you would click on who watched it with you. And then you would hit OK at the bottom.
I love this feature. It's
Yeah,
so much
everyone's going to
easier.
do it. I loved it I did it in my stateroom because we had 4 people and the mobile device was giving me a little trouble on board, wanting me to run it 4 times. So that was a long time ago, though. That was back in November. We continually update to keep, get all these glitches and techie things solved along the way. But if you do it in your stateroom, immediately you can click both and it'll give you a green check. And I did it while I was unpacking. So it worked out great.
When you're on board and you're using the Medallion app from your phone, that's on a inner ship intranet, right? That doesn't count as your device for connected to the internet?
So what you're looking at is you would put it in airplane mode.
Right.
And then you would access right here. The next one here is the Medallion net. And this right here is where it's going to let you know that you're on it. And that's correct. It's only when you're looking to do, see, we're not on board. See right here, if you were on board, you would accept the terms one time and then it works.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. Okay. So that was covered the Medallion net. The next one on the My Preferences. This is where you're going to go if you have any type of allergies, accessibilities, anything that you would want to tell the ship prior to going. And that way we can kind of have a heads up with that, especially when it comes to the food. Let me just click on dining here. So if you're prime example, if you're allergic to eggs, it'll pop up here. Then anytime someone's serving your food, it'll red flag on their device that you're allergic. And there's several that you can scroll different ones across the board. So I'm trying to go to the next one, but it's not letting me. But there's 3 pages of that. The other thing is you can accessibility if you need any visual or hearing items, or in your cabin, you need any amenities added. It looks like we've got Beth or Colin is raising their hand.
Sorry, I was snoozing on the job there. Here, let me hang on. You're gonna see ask to unmute there on your screen pop up here in a second.
All right. So yeah, I'm on that dining screen and I'm not seeing what I want to put in for an allergy.
Okay, I know. Why is this not going to the next one?
It's just looks like there's 3 screens worth, but
Yeah. No, I'm not allergic.
And then previously I actually went on the website.
There it is. Hit
my way through
it. So did it? So if you hit save, it takes you to the next screen for whatever reason. If you do,
okay,
even
so
you
that's
selecting it, yeah.
Diet. Okay.
Yes.
And
then you have your dining pace if you like to go slow or eat fast or
right.
even down to that.
So what if the allergy that I have is not on that list?
Well, then we need to, does the cruise personalizer, if you're logged in there, do they give you more options? You don't have to share, but it might, yeah, we could get it added to your profile, I believe.
It's either going to be in the cruise personalizer, which that's why she's saying it might give more options. If it doesn't, there's I'm not sure if they can call direct, can they? Because they have to go through in your Polar online access, do you have an option to manage that in there? We'll have to look at that. Colin, we'll have to investigate.
Okay.
Yeah, we'll find out for you.
Yeah, because the other thing, because I tried doing this to the website like a month or 2 ago, and I was able to select what I want, and then for my wife to get water for her CPAP machine. And it said, we're not taking them through this way, do it on the app. And now I can't find it, nor can I find the order water for her CPAP. So
okay. So back in the preferences, let's see, I think it's in
room, isn't it?
No, I think it might be. Nope, it's in, it's got to be accessibility here. Cabin, but it's not.
Yeah.
Ocean compass. Okay, link child, no. Nobody's linking a child. Here we go. That is I do know I've seen it as well.
Okay.
We'll think about on that one, see if
All
it'll
right.
come up. Okay, so maybe it's under your account, maybe under your personal information, under your account versus, let's see where that takes us. Let's see if that gives us a different information. Nope, it takes us back. Okay.
Well, and Colin, I do recommend doing the princess.com. It's sort of like our My Trips account that you can see more when you log in on a computer versus the app. So try that first, because then you can do it privately. And then what
Right.
we'll do is I'll find out, how on our side we can at least even give you, or you can call in and get it added. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yep.
All righty, so now moving down, Journey View will not activate until you're on board and you've activated the Medallion Net and you took off your, you put it in airplane mode. But what's great is you'll have a timeline of the activities, which right now it's gonna be empty. It's gonna think about it for a second. But as you can see, it'll say day 1. You can go through the whole day and you'll be able to see everything, and then it'll go on to the next day. So you'll have every single day in here when you're at sea. As you can see at the top, it changed from July 4th, but that'll show up once you're on board. The great thing about the Journey View is that you can see it on any kiosk outside the elevators. So that'll be there. And if you do actually sign up for events, it'll give you a head count of how busy it's going to be. So if you say that you are going to do bingo, once you get that, the Journey View comes up, you can just select things to attend and it'll kind of do a head count. So it'll also say how many people are estimated to be in there. Now, of course, there's that wiggle room of people not setting it. So, but it gives you an idea. Travel companions. Again, this is going to be anybody that you want to add to your group that you want to dine with, or if you want to share your location with, which you can turn on and off, but you can have all whoever you want to dine with in your travel companions. If you're on board, you just need a last name. If you're before that, I believe we would need a booking number.
How
Shores-
far in, how far in advance can you make dining reservations?
So we're finding a little glitch. Once you make final payment, you should be able to schedule your dining. However, we were working on this earlier and it wasn't quite working.
Yeah,
So
it's
I'm going to
not-
walk you through and see if yours does.
No,
If
it
anybody's
doesn't.
does, it doesn't. Okay.
Mm-mm.
I reported it when Jen first let me know because we were testing it before the call. So IT is aware that there's an issue. So they generally do updates. So just check back on that Dine My Way. No matter what, and I was letting Jen know, no matter what, you'll be able to show up in the maitre d', will get you a table. You can also at that point also acknowledge that you want the same table every night around the same time, and they can kind of help you with that. Because of the capacities, we still try to keep them kind of spread out and also servicing as far as the staff. So there'll be options once you get on board if it doesn't work out before then. Also, we're working on Dine My Way on the website as well to do the web base. And that could be why they pulled it to do some more updates. That's the only other thing that I could think of why it wasn't working, because it did work. Somebody just did it. So it could be where they're just working on something behind the scenes and just try back a little bit.
And guys, one thing that she told me that I didn't even think about this, but our final payment date is the final payment date for every person on the ship. So picture how crazy I've been the last couple of days. Picture that times however many, how many are on this? Yeah, thousands. So that's when all the apps, any kind of little hiccup that was hiding during COVID when no one was using it, is now coming to light and everybody's working double time. So it isn't an us group thing, it is a ship thing and how they've got to get it sorted. So I think a good way to do it is if there's a way that somebody can email me, if you do it and you get in, just either text me or message me and say, hey, I got in, and then I can run a quick test from my side and then send out an email to everybody to let them know, might be a quicker way for us to do it. But I've been trying the dining thing 15 times and it's not going.
Yeah. It still does. It's a known issue, yeah. So shoreside transactions. This is something new, and there's not going to be any transactions, obviously, because we're not on port. What Princess is now doing, which there'll be more information on board because it's something new. Basically, the Medallion has partnered with some of the local vendors in the ports that we're at, where you can use your Medallion versus bringing your wallet or any type of funds on shore. And anything you spend on shore would in turn give you a credit on board. It's basically a kind of a rewards program that's starting. The details of that I'm still learning about because it's that new, which is great because I didn't even have it in December when I sailed. So it's still working its way out, but that's where that shoreside transaction, eventually, if you're on the rewards program, you'll see what transactions you paid for on shore, which will give you an idea of what rewards points you're using for your onboard folio. So that's good news. Messenger Center is where any messages and offers that will happen on board. So could be where it's an art giveaway, or it's 50% off spa, or whatever it is, that's where that's going to be under the message center. When you view all port guides, this one is obviously going to have exactly where you're kind of heading and what date it's on. And then when you click on it, we'll just do this one here. For an example, it's only available on ship, but it lets you know the information. This is a great spot to kind of check if the journey view doesn't quite look right because it is in blue and it does everything. You can simply go to the view port guides, and it'll give you a screenshot of kind of the whole week. The Ocean Now and Die My Way. So this is where we were saying that we had the issues before. So we'll just check back on that one. But that's where you'll go in, and whoever you're looking to dine with, you can explore that dining option with them. But we'll kind of touch base on that, and hopefully by the next meeting, it'll be all set to go. Here at the bottom is that Medallion rewards. So they've got some Q&A on that. I'm not going to go over it because it's a personal option if you'd like to do it or not. Basically, you link a credit card to the Medallion for Medallion rewards. All right, explore the ship. This is a great one when, where are we on? Which one are we on? Remind me, Majestic, right?
Yep.
So Majestic, it will give you a map of the ship. This one I love because at the bottom, you can see, I don't know if you can see it on your screen or not, it'll say where the restrooms are, but also search. If you hit the search button, it'll give you different, you can either do services or activities. This is where it's going to be great. If you want activities, it'll tell you, oh, there's the fitness center. If you click on the fitness center, it'll tell you all about it right there. So depending on where you're at on the ship, and see right now we're on the sun deck, so we can change decks as well.
Now, if I'm linked to them, are they going to be able to see me working out in the gym? That's what I want to know.
So we'll go, yeah, let's get to that one. Shipmates, that's where that is going to be all happening. So let me just, and actually that feature will not show up until, I don't think it'll show up until you're on board. So when you do get on board there, let me just make sure it's not at the top. No, at the top where there's that dining and the calendar, there will also pop up a shipmate little character. So you'll have 3 of those. Right above the picture, you'll have another one, and that'll be your shipmates. You can click on it and it'll automatically show who you can see. And then when you do click on your picture, you can say hide my location. It's just a little checkbox. It's pretty easy. Also on the top here, there'll be chat with the crew. So if you have something that you wanted, instead of going to the guest services, you can chat with the crew right on either in your stateroom or on your app if you need something there. The big one the Ocean, see, we've got the casino games. Yeah, they don't have it on here yet. So until you get on board, you're going to see a couple things change on this. But right at the top is where it's going to really, they're going to put those right on the top. So you see the dining right on the top. They're going to have other icons there where order it now. But yeah, this will take you back to where we want to try to finalize that another day.
Okay, I got a quick question for you.
Yes.
So on the Henriksen anniversary party, I've got all of those booking numbers on my personal Jen Henriksen cruise traveler. You know what I mean? But Jen Henriksen group leader wanting to stay in touch with everybody. Can I add everybody in my group too? And then they can see me, chat with me, talk with me. Okay.
Correct.
And then our dining reservation can still stay separate. We just check the people's faces that are going to sit with us for that anniversary dinner or whatever. Okay. So Joan, for you guys, Rosenbaum's, your whole group, that would be the same for you guys, is that you enter, we'll get the booking numbers for you guys, or you'll share them with each other, and then you'll all show up. Because literally you can see that you're looking at my mother-in-law's right here on the screen as the demo, and the whole family is in there just because we added those booking numbers. So if you want them on there, just grab that booking number from whoever the traveling party is, and then you'll pop it right in there.
So we need to do that, or you do that?
No, you do it, because I can't control the app for you.
Okay.
Yep.
Yes. And you have to accept that you want to be shipmates. So it's kind of like a Facebook friend request. Just because somebody, once you're on board, you can put in someone's last name and they'll pop it up, but it won't be, you won't be able to see them until you get it accepted. You'll get a notification on your app when someone wants to be your shipmate, and you can just click on the shipmates and you can either accept and hide your location, or you can decline, or you can accept and show your location. And at any time you can take your location off. So it's kind of, you'll see that once it's on. It's pretty easy to walk through. If not, we have navigators. They wear polos. I believe they were purple on the ship I was on, but they're either blue or green or purple. And they are wandering around, so eager to help anytime you have anything to do with the medallion. They're medallion class experts.
May I ask a question?
Uh-huh.
So there's no option just to go to the dining room whenever you want to?
You
just
can.
have dinner?
You can, however, if it's during a peak time, you might have to wait. That's why we want the reservation, is to lock in your time, where right when you walk in, you'll be sat immediately. Whereas if you don't have a reservation, you absolutely can walk up at any time and the maitre d' will get you in as soon as possible. Now, the other thing is too, is you can select a time for the dining, and then you can always go look to change it as well. And the availability of the dining in the app is going to keep the volume at a reasonable, they're not going to overbook the dining just to get everybody in, but that doesn't mean you can't show up, and then they might say, well, okay, we've got your name in it, it'll be 30 minutes, and then you can wander around and come back, or they might be able to get you seated right away.
Thank you.
Yes.
So let me make sure I understand. So this is different than our normal evening dining, where we choose a time and everybody in the group is seated together. This is for specialty dining or something?
No, it's for regular main dining area is the Dine My Way. If you do want a specialty, there is at the bottom where you can add the specialty dinner once you get on board. Now, because we have the specialty dining was with the Best Sell Ever offer, those will not activate till you're on board. You'll probably be assigned one, but then you can look to change it. The specialty dining areas are a little bit smaller, so the availability is a little less flexible, but you will be assigned something that you can change. You can modify it.
And Joan, let me explain something with dining. Pre-COVID, we had the early dining, late dining, pick your time. Those days are gone, because what they were running into is social distancing was the first thing they were trying to get around. The second thing was how they're managing their staff on board. So
Mhm.
now with social distancing, like we've got a party of 13 and they can't promise that we'll sit together. I mean, there's, you know what I mean? They have all these different things that they're working through. So now the only way, even on our booking, whatever's requested isn't even, it's a standard, they plop it on there. Every single thing is done through the app by the individual that's traveling.
So every night we have to pick a time, make sure we can all sit together.
No, so what Stephanie was telling you earlier is that, can you show her that screen that shows
Yep.
her the,
So when you go into the dining, once you get there, you can reserve the same day, same time every day. So when you click on that, you can click the evening and you can look to whoever's in that party, you can add them and then you'll hit continue. And that's where, when we hit continue right now, we're running into the little bit of the blip.
Okay.
But that's where that feature is going to be available, is from that dining.
and what you're saying, Stephanie, is if this blips for like the next month or 2 months and we can't get it, even worst case scenario, when we're on board, we go to the maitre d', we sit with them and say, I have these 8 people in my party. And we
Mhm.
want to get as close to whatever time as possible. Because remember, they already know this has a hiccup to it and people can't register.
Mhm.
So that's the thing. Because I mean, we called in on it. We did everything we could do to figure out what's going on. We're a group. We want to be able to, pick our dining. It's the same no matter what. So
Yeah, so IT is aware, so they are working on it. The only thing that they might have thought why there's a glitch up is because we are trying to add it to the web base, which might be blocking it for the app. And that was the only thing they were thinking. So we're going to give it a little bit and try back, but then by the next meeting, hopefully we'll have a resolution and we can have everybody get added by then, but we'll keep working through that. But again, yes, we can just, you guys can go right up to anytime you want. And if you forget to change your time and you decide if you want to go early, you can still do that. It's just a matter of if it's at high capacity, there might be a bit of a wait. That's really the only hiccup when it comes to the dining, because we start dining, I believe at 5 or 5:15 now and go all the way up until I believe 9:15. So those are kind of the anytime dining, depending on the sailing. So Alaska might be slightly different or not. But that's the general. They give a broader time frame for people to have main dining.
Any idea what capacity the ships might be at?
I would have to look and see, but we're not sold out. I will tell you that. But however, with the CDC lifting that warning, we have been seeing a lot of bookings coming in. So the uptick is there, but as of right now, it's not, and it's never going to be 100% sold out because we are proactive with having COVID isolations rooms. So for every so many bookings, a percentage of bookings, we have to block out rooms. So it's not going to be full until all COVID words don't even come out of our mouth anymore.
can I have the presidential suite if I get COVID? I'm just
I
wondering.
think, yeah, let's try it. But don't get COVID though.
Okay.
Your group will be mad at you.
Yeah.
I can get it done.
Speaking of
Yeah.
this, I'm still, is Todd here? He was here for a little while, but we lost him. So speaking of COVID, you want to share with the good news? We had a group ask us that what happens
yes.
with the 12-day folks that are on
The land.
Yeah, we're up in Denali when we have to do that pre-cruise testing, for the negative COVID test. Take it away, Stephanie.
Okay, so announced, it was yesterday, the day before. We are Alaska Land first people are at the terminal. We are going to be doing free testing for everyone. So no one has to worry about trying to schedule anything or buy the home test or anything at all. We will be doing all that testing for free. So that's going to be, we don't have all the details. So it's so brand new. I'm not sure if some are going to be tested at the lodge or if some are going to be tested. Everybody's going to be tested at the terminal. That details will come along with your journey. And most likely when you'll start seeing your welcome, as it gets closer, Princess will be emailing you information on your sailing, encouraging excursions and things like that as well. But that information, I'm hoping by then will be there as well, where you might just have an assigned place and time where you show up to get the little nose swab, or even better, they stop testing altogether. So we'll see.
Yeah, we would like that. That would be so great. Rhonda, I see your hand up there, lovey. You need to hop on.
So there, I see 17 chats. Did you see check those, Jen? Were there
Yep,
any?
I was.
Make
Let
sure,
me check and see.
make
I
sure we
just
didn't miss any
started-
questions or if there's any.
I
Oh,
have a
nice.
Question that doesn't matter. The 87 days until the trip starts is the boat part or the land part?
Oh, that's a good
Should-
question.
It should be the boat part.
I would have guessed it would have been both, but it
Well,
depends
because
on.
you know how with
the
the cruise
booking.
tour, whenever we say, they're like, oh, the 9th. No, it's actually the 5th. You know what I mean?
Okay, you're right. I think you're right. So you got to add a couple days, you got to subtract a couple days for that.
Okay.
Yeah. Now listen, I'm going back here. A couple people are getting dining. And Angie asked a
Okay,
great
good.
question. She said on the 9th, when we're coming in on the train, what's the earliest that we should plan dinner on the 9th? And I'm just reading this. I know you guys can all read, but recording doesn't record the chat. So that's a great question, because on the 9th we have a train ride, and that train ride is an all-day train ride. So
Mhm.
if all goes well, remember that there's only 6 highways in all of Alaska, and there's only 1 railway. So the railway and the highway all cross each other. So as long as there is 0 issues on the track and 0 issues on the highway, we have probably, what did we say, like 6
Six or
yeah,
seven
6-7
hours.
train
Mhm.
ride.
And if-
Absolutely best train ride ever. However, if there's a holdup, we're going to get into the port late. And there's like and you'll hear this in the Anchorage class, but the Whittier Tunnel is so cool. When you go through it, you'll get such a kick out of it. It is a one-way tunnel, and it's the only way into Whittier. So it opens on like the quarter hour kind of thing, and it's only got 15 minutes for people to get through, and then it opens the other way, the train included. So everybody's going through that tunnel on that system, but if they miss it on their scheduled time, obviously it's going to make us later. So Angie's question of what time should we plan to eat on the 9th? 5 o'clock is the first time you'll see available, but I'd be a little afraid. I would push it to maybe 7 if you can on the first night, just because if we're late, you'll miss that, and then you're stuck with no dining,
Well,
and you're not
just go
stuck
to-
with.
You can go to, you can go to the maitre d' and you'd be late, but that's okay.
Yeah. Okay, and then somebody else said,
There is, just so you know, on the train, we do serve our princess dining, our princess food is on the rail as well. So you'll have lunch, possibly. I think the lodge gives grab and bag for breakfast. But if not, then because a lot of people will get up and eat early before
Okay.
we even get on the train. If not, their lunch will be served on the rail, and then we'll have coffees and beverages and all that as well.
okay. And then a couple people, Angie said that she was able to schedule them using the individual button. Now you mean, Angie, hop on and tell us, what do you mean individual button?
So it's, let me get back there.
I'm thinking it's going to be the middle one, but
Yeah, it's you can choose the same time every day, or you can view or book individual daily reservations, and that's the button I got in, and I was able to change the times on different days.
Okay, good. And Colin, that's what you're saying too?
okay,
Wow.
see, we know we did great because we reported it and things get fixed quick.
Yeah, look at that. They listen.
I discovered as I looked through on the individual thing that I already had bookings for 7 o'clock in the same dining room.
Great, yes. So sometimes that once you pay in full, they might assign it, but you can also change that time.
Yeah.
You can just
Okay.
go in and edit.
If you like that time, Colin, I did it. If you don't like that time, Stephanie did it.
Oh, good. Okay, so do we get all of those questions? Is there any last minute? I know we were going to look at personal information. I think it was for Rhonda? Or did we
Yes.
get? Okay, so we'll hang out for that. And was it Donna that had something, or we got that fixed?
I
Sorry,
have a
was
quick
on mute.
medallion question. So if I go to the order review, it's got 2 medallions, but it doesn't have AJ's name under the first one, and it does have my name under the second one. Does it matter that it's not got his name listed?
I think it's whoever's attached to the billing is what that probably pulled.
Okay.
It should be okay, yes. And
Okay.
also if it ends up not having his name, you can always go to guest relations to get one issued. again, if you like, but it should be just fine. It pulls from the booking information.
Okay.
I have a question.
Yes.
I'm on mute. I actually need to sign off in just a
Okay.
second. And I'm gonna go back through and try and read through and do all this. Can we have an email address to contact you if we have questions when I go back through and do all this again?
Just partner with Jen first, because then we can, we might be able to do some workarounds, alternative ways. Just because I'm getting ready to, I have a conference at sea, so I'm going to be gone quite a bit. So I might have to I'm going to get busy,
All
unfortunately.
right, so if I have any
but-
questions, I'll just email Jen.
Yeah.
Email Jen. Yeah, that's perfect. And then that way we can look at it and troubleshoot. Mhm.
And then we check in regularly, so if she's in and available, we can get it. And sometimes she's got to say, I checked it, I can't do it. We got to go through, whatever.
And we might have to create a ticket if it could be
Yeah.
a glitch and an update missing or something, not quite sure. Yeah, there's always a little bit where some people will be perfectly smooth the whole time and then others might get little glitches along the way.
And remember too, this is recorded. So this is going to be posted on the top of the trip class page. So we'll make sure that we can, everybody can access it to kind of walk back through it again, because I know we covered a lot of things. Okay.
All right.
Okay.
All right. So if you feel like hanging around, hang right around. But if you would,
Everybody, but.
Yeah. I'm on a Zoom
yeah,
call.
it was great to see you guys. And I'll get a date for you as soon as I hear from our Visit Anchorage folks, but is it all uphill from here or is it all downhill from here? Which one is the positive one?
Downhill's easy.
Okay, yeah, it's all downhill from here.
Uphill's the struggle to get there, to go down all easy.
That's right.
We got like a Princess Advanced certificate or something.
Absolutely.
Right?
Here's-
You did. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get the medallion. The medallion. That's what you'll get, is you'll get your medallion. That's the proof you did it.
That
All right,
was
well,
fun.
thank you, guys.
Yeah. Hi, Bruce.
How are you?
Good seeing you. Well,
All
thank
right.
you guys for coming. I'll post that video for you and have a great
Okay.
night. Feel free to stick around if you want to and just listen in on us going through troubleshooting.
All right, good night, guys.
Good night.
Okay, I'm sticking around.
Okay,
Thanks. I think, since I'm Green Lane, I think I've got everything
that's
done.
it. You're
Green
good to go.
Lane.
Green
All right.
Lane is good to go.
All right. Well, I appreciate all the help and,
Sure.
I'll hear back about that food thing in
Yeah.
a little bit.
Okay,
All right.
sounds good. Colin,
Thanks.
thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Okay. All righty. So,
So I'm still stuck on personal information.
okay. So
As
let
am
me-
I.
As are you. Okay, let me.
Yes.
Are you comfortable if I quickly access yours to see if I can see it on mine?
Absolutely.
I just need a small information. So I just need somebody first with the booking number, and then I'll get your name, your formal name that's on your booking, and your date of birth. And let me see if I can,
Okay,
Who
troubleshoot.
do you want to go first?
whoever just talked, say yes, that one. I didn't see
Okay.
faces.
I'll do it.
Okay. Ron.
Okay.
Booking number.
2LWW7M.
Okay.
If you wanna
And is
call
your
them.
first name the RHONDIA?
Yep.
If you want to call them, I don't care what time.
And last name with spelling?
Provine, PROVINE.
Provine.
V is in Victor, INE.
Vine. Provine.
Correct.
Month of your birthday?
For
For
April
April of
14,
1957.
1957.
Happy birthday, almost.
Almost, yes. Happy birthday.
Thank you.
We should have gone out to lunch today. See?
Okay, let's see if I can see anything on my side. I just pulled it up, and Diane, thank you for your patience as I
Oh, no
go
worries.
and check.
Well, and I keep putting it in, but it won't accept it.
It doesn't save, right?
It doesn't, that's right. It doesn't save.
That's what's happening
Oh.
to me.
Remind me, there is a nickname in here, Jen, that we can put Gene's name for his nickname. I just saw it.
Perfect,
Thank
okay.
you.
Yeah, he would, he would love that.
Okay, I'm putting it in again. I'm putting in my phone number now.
Okay, so here's a question. When you're putting in the phone number, is it pre-filled or are you manually putting it in?
Manually putting it in.
Okay. I did find another little glitch was if it pre-fills, it adds a space at the end, so you have to back up one, which is crazy. All right, so we'll keep, I'm doing it on my side too to see if I see it working here.
Okay, so I got everything filled out. And I'm
Okay, so
putting,
international code, you put in +1 for your phone number.
no, but I will,
That could be it.
because I'm doing, okay, +1.
Uh-huh.
Okay, let's try it.
Did it do it?
It didn't do it. It won't take
Okay.
it.
What's your mobile phone number?
720-217-4707. Okay, I'm gonna take it out and start over.
Wait just a second. Okay, so it worked on my side. So
Uh-oh.
it's saved. So let me go to Robert and I'll add his. So something there could be in your phone. Is it a iPhone or an Android?
iPhone.
So the iPhone, do you have it updated? Are you missing a possible update for the phone itself? Do you know where to look for those?
Like,
Yeah, well,
yeah,
downloaded the latest
if
iOS.
if you go into the general, like the general settings
Yeah.
button, you'll, if you
Yeah.
see a red number, it means it, and that's what happened with me, because I didn't have it updated.
So that could be it. Okay, so let me. Technology. And so I've got Robert's completed, Rhonda's completed. You now have a green check. So you're good to
Awesome.
go.
Cool.
Okay, we got, okay. Let's see,
Okay.
I don't have the other things green lighted, it then,
Not yet. You
Okay.
need your travel documents, security photo, medallion payment, and emergency contacts.
okay,
So Diane, what
Yes.
do you got on yours? Oh, well, and we can, Rhonda, we can always come back, but let me see what,
okay, yeah,
Okay.
go to Diane.
okay,
Okay.
let me, hold on, let me log out of hers.
Okay,
And then I will get yours to see if I can help fix.
great.
Update.
All righty.
Should have done this with a cocktail. I probably would have figured it out.
Right.
You know, that was my job. I should have thought about cocktail hour. It was the perfect time.
Yeah.
I
yeah.
saw
Okay.
Joan had a
Come
whiskey or
on.
bourbon. We should have had one.
Right?
We should have.
Yeah.
All right, what is your booking number, Diane?
That's okay, Jen. You can make it up to me. The booking number is 2P as in Paul, 9GHP as in Paul.
All righty. And is Diane Dianne?
A-N-N-E.
Learn, is it spelled correctly? Okay.
Yes.
I see it on your Zoom. Thank you for
Yeah.
getting that. Lee. Date of birth.
10/26/1959.
All right, 26,
Oh,
1959.
Yeah.
just a baby.
Just a baby. All right, here we go. Let me head
Don't
to
hear
your
that very often.
checklist.
Okay, so the personal information,
Okay.
I was
I'm
trying to
logging in.
change. So I was trying to change the email because the email that's under my name is my husband's and the one that's under his
His.
name is mine.
Okay, so that needs to be done in your cruise personalizer because that's in your master account.
Oh,
I can try to do it, but I think that's
Okay.
gonna be what's the issue with that. So,
okay. So if I
uh,
don't, okay, so I also have to add the residency and my phone number. So do you think if I took out the email, it might work.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it right now just to
Oh.
see.
Okay,
Let me see if I can finagle it through. What is your mobile phone number?
it's 561-254-9720.
Okay, so right now, Diane, it's the KP drive at AOL.com. Is that it's the wrong one or the right one?
That's the wrong one.
Okay, so let me try to. Let me try to edit now and see if we can change it up. Okay, what is your correct email?
Okay, it's my name, all lowercase, DIANNELERNER 50 @Gmail.
Okay.
Okay. And what is, I already deleted the other one. What is Andrews? It's KP.
KP Drive, all lowercase, @AOL.com.
Just so you know, they updated all email addresses, so case is never mattered anymore. If it's upper or lowercase, just so you know.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, they did that.
Well,
I don't know when they did it.
I don't know what's happening right now, but I just filled in everything like you're filling it in, and my save button is now blue.
Correct. Yeah, I'm thinking that it was maybe the international phone number
Okay.
was missing. Because I was able to save it. What
Okay.
is Andrews? Is it Andrews? What's his cell number?
It's 561-254-9721.
Okay. His is blue now and it's saving. Okay, you guys are now green. Green check
Okay.
on that one.
Okay, let me go back here.
Then you can just start moving down the list.
Yeah.
So anytime you see that phone number and they're asking for that international, you gotta make sure it does have that +1 there. That's the
Okay.
one, because it doesn't highlight. I wish we did. We've given the feedback, but we haven't got that one fixed yet.
So if on my app, it doesn't show green for my personal information.
If you refresh, go out of it and come back in,
Okay,
because I'm showing green on both of you.
okay. I trust you.
Okay, now
All right.
on travel documents,
Okay.
it says add required documents for travel. What is that?
Just your passport.
How do I add that?
So when you click on it to add it, it will give you the option to take a picture to scan it. Don't stress about trying to get that too much. And really the picture, you need to try to get the bottom numbers without a shimmer on it. So it makes it tricky. And if you try it once or twice and it doesn't work, I recommend just doing manual. And then you can enter in the information right off the passport.
Okay. Okay, gotcha.
Got it? Okay.
Okay, now, when I did my personal information,
Mm-hmm.
or let's see, my emergency contact, let's go
Okay.
there.
All right. I'm Diane, I'm still in yours. So just so you know.
Okay.
Oh,
go
ahead and finish her.
No, she's finished. If I have one in there, I can tell you exactly where to go. So I need one.
Okay, you can use, okay.
Okay, so once you click on emergency contact, it'll say add emergency contact. Do you see that option in the middle with the plus button?
Yes,
Okay, so click on that.
yes.
This again needs that international +1 for the phone number.
I couldn't add it. It wouldn't let me add it.
It wouldn't let you add it? Okay.
Okay, so when I go to his number, I put,
So Should it be
Plus
somebody that's
one.
not on the ship with you or somebody that's on the ship with you?
Not on the ship, yeah.
Okay,
Somebody
And
that if
well-
something happens, they have to call off to get information for you.
okay.
Give me that number again, 727. Hold on. I got the one in there this time, but it takes off the last number then of the phone number.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah.
so now the +1 is in the first button. Let me share my screen. So you, hold on one second. Because I think,
Okay,
Got it.
there you did get it. Okay, I was gonna say where.
Okay.
Yeah, once you hit the international, it'll pop up the option for the +1, but you got it in?
I think so.
Okay,
We got it.
this is great news, right? You're gonna turn it
Yes.
orange green.
We're making some professional specialists so Diane and Rhonda can help everyone else.
That's right. Diana, were you doing your emergency contact or you
Just
gonna
did
add-
it.
You just
Yeah.
did it. Perfect. Okay,
Yeah.
good.
Okay,
But it won't let me save. My save button is,
Yeah.
gray.
Okay, so we must be missing something. So from the top, we've got full name
Yes,
with no space at the last letter
no,
and no dots or hyphens.
no.
Okay, then the next one is the international code +1 and then the day phone number.
Oh, I have, oh,
That one.
hello.
That's the one we were missing.
Okay, because I was putting it before the phone number.
Ah,
right. It's
see,
in a separate
yes,
field. Yeah.
separate field.
Okay,
Look at
okay.
that. And you know what's great is if you sail with us in, this is all saved. You you don't have to do it again unless you change it.
I need it again.
I have another question regarding the medallion payment method.
Uh-huh.
Okay, so I put in, well, Jen has my husband's credit card number that everything's going on, but I put in my account number
Okay.
and I might check that my husband could be an authorized user too, but
Uh-huh.
my save button is gray.
Okay, so right away, Diane, I pulled it in. So what it is even though you entered the card, this was the
Yeah.
tricky part. You have to select it because some people will have multiple cards in there. So you
Okay.
hit the select button
Got
and
it.
click that Andrew's an
Got it.
authorized user and it should be
Yep.
blue.
Okay, and then can I put his card in under his?
You
thingy?
sure can. Yeah, just
Okay.
change to his name.
Yeah,
And then now, but don't make him an authorized user. Well, I guess you only.
I mean, it
yeah.
all comes from the same pot, so.
Yeah, it does. So really, if you make him an authorized user, he doesn't need a card in there. That's
Oh,
the
okay.
card for your whole booking.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Maybe I'll take mine out and put his in.
That's what you should do.
Okay, great. All
Okay,
right.
so you've got another green. So you just need you've got the COVID-19 questionnaire. That one's you can do in advance.
Yeah.
And then you just have your travel documents and photo, and then you're a green lane.
Okay, cool. I think I can handle that now.
Okay.
All right,
medallion pay.
Appreciate all your help. Thank you so
Yeah.
much.
If you run into any hiccups, just let Jen know and we'll troubleshoot through and get them done.
Okay. Can't wait, guys. Can't
I
wait.
know, it's gonna be so fun.
So fun. Okay.
All
I'm
right.
gonna leave you now.
Okay,
Okay,
Rhonda,
have a
how
great
are you
night.
doing?
Okay, I just have to do my travel document, my security photo, and my medallion pay. And I
Okay.
think I can probably handle all that.
Perfect. That's great. And if you do have any issues, we're here to help.
I'm
I-
not here if you need me.
Yeah,
I
just
know
let
where
her
you live, honey.
That's right.
So
Okay.
now
Okay.
you can twiddle with it slowly, and then if you run into any hiccups, just let Jen know and we can troubleshoot them. And as you can see, as long as I have that basic information, I can get in and maneuver stuff as well. So
Okay,
okay.
super. Thank
Yeah.
you. Thank you for
Yeah,
all your
Stephanie,
help.
thank
Thanks,
you.
Jen.
Uh-huh.
All
Okay.
right.
Bye-bye.